We are in the final round of the Lightning Overdrive Regional Qualifier, and we have Frank Nicola coming down, having a little vacay in Miami with his little tropic shirt over here, playing Tri-Brigades versus Bryan, I believe one of our first ever regional champions. He's back at it again with his signature Dragon Link. He's been playing this for the past few tournaments here. I believe he's almost made top cut, or has made top cut, at almost every single regional we've had here. So great upstate Florida player. And they're facing it off, and I believe they're at table 4. So this might be a do or die for one of these guys to slide into top 8.
Yeah, they're definitely both playing for their top 8 for sure. One of them may be able to sneak in after, but it's definitely going to be a good game. Looking at Bryan's list, it's basically your standard list. There's nothing like too crazy on here. He is maining 3 impermanence, so maybe he'll be able to set that against the Tri-Brigade monsters. And I'm looking at Frank Nicola's list. Same thing, just basically standard cookie cutter lists. So we're not going to see any like crazy text or anything like that, but we're going to get to see 2 really, really well-versed players, and we'll see how they do.
Does this man have a Black Lotus as his field center?
He does. He actually does. For anybody that plays Magic, definitely know how much that card is worth.
Nice used car right there.
So as far as hand traps, I only see Ash Blossom for Frank Nicola. He chose, I mean, he's also playing 3 infinite impermanence, but it's not really a lot of hand traps in here. So he may just be watching this entire deck unfold, or the entire combo unfold, and try to play through it. Maybe he feels like his deck can just play through whatever Bryan puts up for him. So in case you guys are wondering, he's going to resolve LP, and right now at this very moment, Striker Dragon and Seals both point to the same zone. You know, in case you're wondering how he's doing that, it doesn't necessarily need to point to LP zone. See him activate Brotor. He's probably going to get himself a Search of a Levy. Didn't get to see what he actually discarded, but he's going to use Striker to add back Rocket Synchron. Going to make that into a Pisty right now. Pisty's probably, I think he actually discarded Chamber. I can't tell. Oh no, I can't really tell what he discarded. But he's going to resolve Levianeer right now. So Levianeer's going to rip one out of the hand. So I'm back Tracer with Pisty. Here we go, just Dragon Link doing Dragon Link things. I think actually too, Bryan might be the only one here playing Dragon Link. I didn't see a lot of Dragon Link deck doing well either. So I know at table 1, it's Undressed Taurus playing his Drydron. So Drydron's doing well, and I know at table 2, Orion's there playing Prank Kids. So we may get to see a really, really good, like, diverse top 8 here. Dropping Appaloosa. Summon 2. It's looking like going to be a very, very strong board from Bryan. Going to pop the boot sector. I personally, when I play Dragon Link, I feel like it's really odd to pop the boot sector because it's really good in a situation where they clear your board. You're able to start summoning back from the graveyard and start recurring things. But a lot of people elect to use that. I mean, it might be the only card he can pop at this moment. But I would think maybe they play like Barricade board to be able to add it back, but we're going to see him mill. He's going to grab Black Metal with Chaos Ruler, or like the DB Grinder says, Papega Ruler. This is probably going to go right into a Hot Red, and that might be the end of his turn depending on what he drew. Or if he can get another monster on board to make a Savage Dragon. You got the Dragon Ravine going to come down, discard the White Dragon. Oh, I think he actually just discarded Tidying. Add back the levy. And we're going to make a hot red dragon. This card can target any card on the field and negate its effects until the end of the turn. So it's good. I don't know if he has the chamber in the graveyard, but that's able to play around like Dark Ruler using the trap effect and then negating with hot red. So we'll see. Got a bounce. I believe we got 3 negates. And we got hot red with the one hard generic negate. So let's see how Frank plays through this board. Like I said, he does have infinite impermanences in the deck, so maybe he's able to like clear one of the negates with that. But this bow may put in a lot of work against this this deck because all of them are monster effects, and she's just going to negate every one of them. This may get hit with the hot red depending on how Bryan feels this may be good enough. Yeah. Frank checking his banish pile, see if he banishes anything that he may need. Try to play through this board. Just a really, really strong board made by Bryan. And I mean, he opened fairly decent. He didn't really use a lot of cards from his end either. So very, very standard board like this. And we're going to see Frank scoop it up. Not much he could do. Maybe he would be able to see more cards with the Pot of Desires, but Bryan with the negate there, denying him those access to those cards. So at the end of every top 16, we're going to go ahead and get the deck list, and we're going to post them online. So you'll be able to go to the Facebook PPG Event Management, and you'll be able to see all the deck lists there, and you'll see a breakdown of the top 16. And then you'll also see breakdown for top 8, and then we'll also have replays on YouTube of each of the rounds, and then even the top cut. So that way you can see all the decks that have been played in the tournament. But as far as Gladian, I don't think there's that many scrap dinos in the top cut right now, so we may not even see it in the top 8. I know there's a couple Drytrons, so maybe that. All right, so they're shuffling up now. As far as Bryan, the only thing he really has that can do something against this deck is already in the main deck. He plays just the Impermanence. And the Ash Blossom, but everything else he doesn't really have against this. Game 1 went to Bryan. Bryan got game 1. See him going to start game 2. Yeah, he scooped. I mean, he really couldn't do much. You know, he got a card ripped out of his hand. He doesn't have anything to deal with an established board. All right, so we're going to see Frank start with Tanky. Really, really good starter card for for Tribrigade. Oh, he's actually playing Tribrigade Zoo. Let me go ahead and change that because I didn't know that he was on the Zoo portion of this deck. See him. It's really good too having the the Zoo cards because it's able to get you out the I'm gonna butcher this again, but it's the Furjat. He's adding carrots right now. Connor, I don't know if you're very like like into the Yu-Gi-Oh world, but Frank Nicola definitely doesn't shy away from buying expensive cards. He does have his own card shop, so more than likely that's a very real Black Lotus on board right now, and he has it sitting in his deck or his calculator, and he uses it as a field center. So we're going to see him cheat out a link right now. Let's see what link he goes into. It's banishing. It looks like 3. So that's the new link that allows him to, if I'm not mistaken, grab Bunny or Revolt. PPG does not allow proxies for like tournament events, but like if you're playing a GOAT format, you're allowed to use OCG cards. So we got Dryden with Bow for 3 or Bow for 2 right now, and then 1 set. So we got an imperm on the Bow right now. Bow's gonna lose all her counters, or actually her attack boost. Maybe we see Dryden pop this, be like a -2. And I don't think a lot of people are playing evenly matched. I know Hazani was playing it last round, but I mean, on all the stream matches, there hasn't been a lot of evenly matches in the side deck. So we may not see evenly matched being activated a lot. Yeah, so he discarded Apsarouter with the Dragon Ravine. He's going to be able to grab the Rocket Synchron. And worst case scenario, depending on how bad Bryan's hand is, he can normal summon this, summon out the Apsarouter, and make Chaos Ruler. Try to get a play from there. I do see a Boot Sector launch in his hand too, so that's not too good. Now Bryan about to activate Talents. He's probably going to draw 2 here just because of how his hand is. Yeah, he's going to draw 2. Evenly matched is always a good card, Mr. Smith. So I definitely think it'll always hold its value. There's cheaper rarities for it, so you'll be able to get like different pricing on it. If you want to play like the OG one, that'll be a little more expensive, but you'll be able to get the cheaper versions. Yeah, I think like Aaron also just reiterated like what I said. I think the evenly match will just like stay where it's at. I don't think it'll go up or do anything like that. Rusian, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that so we got Bryan right now adding Tracer or summoning Tracer with the quick launch. He's going to go into a Striker Dragon. He's going to add Boot Sector right now. Can't really tell what's in his hand. I know that we got a Boot Sector, but I can't really tell. Looks like a Tracer. I'm looking through his extra deck right now, trying to see how he can maneuver this board. Yeah, the Dragon Link player, Brian's really good. Definitely seen him before. And playing it pretty well. There's nothing really that he's doing wrong or anything like that. He's doing everything that he needs to do right now. So hopefully from here, see him probably either go into a Savage. He could also go into the Chaos Ruler, or he's going to go into the Quad Boral. Quad Boral's going to pop the Appaloosa. Such a strong play. He's going to summon out 3 rockets from the graveyard right now off of the 1 Quad Boral. This is going to go into a Boral Sword. I think Bryan just OTKs him from here. Like, that's the Chaos Ruler. He goes to activate the effect. He's going to mill. Yeah, Frank is very... Oh, wow. He hits the Black Dragon, Brotor. This is a really strong mill because he's going to get the Black Dragon and the Chaos Space to add another card to hand. This is not looking good for Frank. Yeah, and that's game right there. Wow, with the comeback. Frank made a big board, and he just played right through it. I mean, he didn't have any cards for that Revolt in the graveyard, so he lost there. Wow. This is round 7. That was the end of round 7, and we just had Bryan take the win there, showing how well he knows this deck. Frank played well, did exactly what the deck's supposed to do, but just not enough to stop the Dragon Link from coming through and just doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. But hopefully, I mean, these guys were on the bubble. Maybe we can see them both in the top 8, but definitely both of them are going to make top 16. And we're going to get to see Bryan definitely in top 8, but let's hope for Frank. It's just unfortunate, you know, the way things go, but he played well all day, and he's still going to get rewarded. Top 16 gets all prizing. And then if you haven't already, you can sign up for the Remote Duel Invitational happening June 20th. And you could basically play for the same prizing that everybody here is playing for, but you can do it in the comfort of your own home. You still feel uncomfortable about the coronavirus. Yeah, right now, Lauren, I don't think there's any Earth Machine at all in the tournament. The one person that I know that was playing it at one point was Isaiah, but Isaiah went back to his old deck, the Zombie Eldritch. But right now, as for what I see in the top cut tables, I see Drytron, I see Tri-Brigade. There's going to be a lot of different. We're going to see a Dragon Link also, so it's going to be pretty open format right now for the top cut. And there's definitely like Shadal Invoke. There's a lot of different decks. There's Prank Kids, so we're going to see a lot of different things. Make sure you guys stay tuned for Top Cut, which should be coming. I mean, the round was kind of fast, but it should be coming shortly, depending on how many people are still playing. And then we'll be back with Top Cut as soon as we get the round going. Stay tuned.